Hey everyone, welcome back to some Starcraft 2 action after quite a few months of me actually not making Starcraft, and I'm kind of hoping to change that and actually make more Starcraft nowadays. Either way, this is some 2v2 action. It seems like, well, let me just introduce the players while I'm going to start the game. In the bottom right hand side, team 2, we have Trices playing as Terran, and the other guy is Sinrus or something like that, playing as Protoss. Now, Deathmerger and I were in a team on this one. We're both random, but we got Terran each. And yeah, we've been doing quite a few 2v2, so I'm actually going to change the perspective just to our side to not spoil anything. But if I keep the production tab up, it might as well spoil some stuff. So either way, let's see how the game turns out. Now, here's my initial thought process. This map is really good because if we take an expansion, we can easily wall this off, right? So that's our initial process of thinking. Now, weirdly though, as you can see, we're actually walling our normal ramp, not up here, and that's because we didn't want to actually fast expand. We want to safely expand just in case they rush. I feel like that's a pretty standard way of playing, so we're both just going to do barracks fast expansion, or racks expand. Except I think I'm getting fast stim before expanding. Yeah, that's right. So I'm actually going for fast stim, and he's going to go for mech. That's his plan. But instead of throwing down a second barracks, I'm just going to expand on top of that. That's my initial plan. I've never actually done this, but hoping it turns out fine. And let's see how he does it. So he is about to grab his second gas, I believe. I know he grabbed it a lot earlier than me. I don't actually remember the game. Yeah, he did. The problem is, I already commentated this, but then I realized there were some sound issues, so I'm actually redoing the whole game, and I completely forgot what I was talking about. Either way, basically, the reason why I'm showing you guys this 2v2 is because we had a really good hold. Now, you're going to see what I'm talking about when I say that, but I just finished my wall. I'm starting Stimpack. He's not going to research Stimpack because he's seeking for Factory, I believe, or something like that. Whereas I'm going to just expand right off. So he's going to go for Marauders at the moment. I'm just going to go for Marines, the usual. And there's my expansion. So let's see how this boils out. He's got one Marauder. And he's got a Marine. So on this map, it's fairly common for, you know, people to fast expand and then block off the ramp and whatnot. The good thing is these guys were actually nice. They did let me pause, so that's good. They didn't unpause because I had left for like 3 minutes there. That's quite a long time in the middle of a game. Either way, so I'm throwing down my second barracks. I'm not exactly sure what I'm doing precisely, but currently just puring Marines until I see this. So they're both one basing and kind of going all in, as we can see. Quite a lot of Zealots, quite a few Marines, and I'm not sure why the game's lagging a bit because it was not lagging the first time I recorded. But it seems like Red's Marauders are dying, and he didn't finish the wall, and because of that, they're gonna run straight into his base. He's denied off of expanding, and I'm just sitting here. So I'm just gonna lift off and go back into my base. I want to be safe and whatnot. While Red is actually getting brutally raped on the spot here, throwing out a Widow Mine, which is a great idea. Repairing the factory, that's also good. If he wouldn't have repaired that, the factory would have been gone by now. And just because of the repairing, he actually does manage to get the Widow Mine out. Either way though, Red is about to actually get like decimated right there on the spot, whereas I have my two bases up. Getting a factory, I need to get Widow Mines of my own, or just medevac, something to back up my army because I barely have any Marines. Stimpack did finish, but that's not going to help much. So I did run up here. Let's see what I find. I find the Zealots, but look at this. That's at least 8 Zealots. Yeah, it is 9 here. And I think they're going to send in more reinforcements. So I'm just going to turn off our view. As you can see, they did one base. And they're not that good players. They're both silver because he did not go for warp gates. They're not even going for gas. They're both just all-inning without any tech and stuff. So I'm just repairing my supply depot, trying to hold this off. The problem is if this guy runs in with his Marines as well, then I might be completely screwed over. So Deathmerger is just running on with his one Widow Mine here because he's pretty much out of the game. He still has his Orbital Command Center though, but you know, besides that, pretty much dead. So this is a bad move for me. I do get quite a few shots, but then my army gets trapped here, and I lose 3 Marines. So all of them took massive amounts of damage, and I forgot to turn off my chat. I just want to re-record this so that there were no sound issues. Let me just turn to busy. Perfect. Now we're not gonna get distracted. Either way, so it seems like I'm about to lose my supply depot and quite a lot of my units, but can we hold this off so far? It seems like so many zealots are trapped on the ramp, which is perfect because he's barely not destroying the supply depot. So little HP, I'm repairing at the perfect time, and ooh, got destroyed. And I could have sent a second repair there, I admit that, which I didn't do. Now how am I doing? I need to get out, hold on, R. I need to get out some medevacs and stuff. Now, as you can see, they are fairly tied in supply with me, at least purple is, and teal's like in between. Red's gonna, I think right now, try to recover. Yeah, that's right. So I'm just gonna go expand here while he's gonna take my natural, and we're hoping for no attacks anytime soon. Now, he's gonna place his Widowmine down here. 11 kills, pretty good on that. I also have one Widowmine of my own, so we're kind of just guarding the ramp with those. And hoping to recover an economy. Now I want to point out that I have about, how many? I have 28 workers, whereas the enemies both have 19. So I am ahead in economy, but you know, he needs to recover Death Merger. Now apparently at some point of the game, Death Merger sent me all of his resources. I'm not exactly sure when that happened, but he did tell me after the game that he did that. I didn't even realize in the middle of the game, so thanks for telling me, and thanks for sending them. Oh, I'm finally getting a reactor on my starport so I can get out a lot. Did you see those shots? Wow. So I got 8 kills from one shot there. He got, I think, +1 kill. So that was quite worth it. They do scan and get our Widowmines though, but it was definitely worth it. Now I barely have just 8 or some, yeah, like 7 Marines left. And they're about to die because there's so many zealots. I didn't even finish my wall, so this is quite a screw point. Luckily, my mules were pretty much running out either way, so killing those would not be a big loss. But all these workers dying is quite a huge loss, so I'm put back again. But look at this. I realized what counteracts both of their units. Hellbats. So I'm cutting out with Hellbats and some medevacs. That's my plan, at least. Hellbats, medevacs, and marines, because that counters all of their units. The good thing is that they did not really use counteracting stuff. They only used these 2 basic units. So as long as I could hold this and spam out enough Hellbats and medevacs, I felt like I could take this. But this does not seem to be good for us. I'm about to lose my second expansion if I don't lift it up, and all my workers as well. I have no military, and they're killing off all our buildings. So we definitely seem to be dead right now, and not much hope left. I'm just staring at my worker count dropping to 6. 5 any second now. Oh, it's still at 6, yeah. My worker count is dropping drastically, and all my military is down except these guys who just popped out with some medevacs as assistants. And perfect! The medevacs are actually saving these guys, and none of them died. So because of upgrades and whatnot, I'm actually holding on. I think my upgrades are not even done. Yeah, I don't even have them done. Now they just finished, +1 both of them. So having 11 kills on this one Hellbat, yeah, the medevacs are definitely worth it. And boom, losing every single worker of mine but these 2, which are about to die. I am not dead yet. So now it's getting even worse. Well, not that much worse, but they are still streaming in units while I have 0 workers, so I definitely need to do something sometime soon. And I barely kill his units, but he's sniping off my medevac, so I can't really do much. And there goes my last medevac, so that really sucked. I should have controlled better. Could have boosted out of there, but the point is I survived. So even though they're streaming in units still, we survived with +1, and these guys even have armor. They are never gonna really get upgrades anytime soon. So now that we're still alive, I need to pump out lots of workers. Problem being is that I have 27 minerals, and yeah, I can still mule up. That's my only option right now. But as we speak, you know, I'm doing really bad, and I need to recover because I cannot make more military than this. If they attack with a huge army, this is all I have. I cannot do anything more. So I think I'm actually going to push out slightly with these because I want to scare them off. I do not want to get attacked again anytime soon. I need to recover. So that's my current plan. I need to push out. It seems like they do have quite a few units, but with some weak control, not really good control. I should have garrison in here if they're about to die. Either way, I do kill off most of their units. They killed 3 Hellbats, and now they're trying to snipe my medevacs, but that's not going to happen. So luckily, I do have the upper hand here, sending back my medevacs, which are damaged. This one's almost going to die, but just boosted out of there. So all the Marines die, all the Zealots die. We're still alive, and they're definitely pushed back. I saw that last Marine running home, so because of that, I'm going to go home too. They're thinking that I'm going to push in or something like that, so they're going to be a bit defensive, and because of that, we have some more spare time. So I throw down my 3rd command center here. I need more mules desperately, so I'm just really trying to pump them out. And I finally got lots of economy. I'm not sure why I don't have I mean, I'm not spending. Oh yes, I need gas as well because my tech is gonna be completely halted if I don't get enough gas to get, you know, +3. But my +2 is about to finish off right now, so that's good. And I think I might as well save it for +2 on what's it called, vehicles. Yes, because then my Hellbat can be even stronger. So that's my current plan or something like that, and I'm just pumping out gas as we speak. Now, finally getting my Hellbat production back up, so if they do attack, I wouldn't be that screwed. Totally missed it, but Deathmarcher scanned here, so this is the point we find out that they didn't even use warp gates. They only did tier 1 stuff without any tech. So that was pretty brutal, like, that's what gave away that they're only silver players, and we almost died. And that was really, like, we were both so shocked how well we held that off, or at least that one push. He almost died here, but because he didn't leave the game, you know, he still had his orbital command center, he could still get back in the game slowly. Whereas I also lost all of my workers, lost a lot of buildings to all my military, and yeah, barely survived. Either way, they're coming with a huge army now, stimming with the huge Hellbats and medevacs, but they're sniping off the medevacs, barely surviving here, and I think it's just because they were focusing down the medevacs instead of the Hellbats. So, kind of bad control there by them, and they lost all their military. So let's see the unit kill count. My Hellbat has 1, 2, 3, 6 on a Marine, 12 on this Marine, 0, 2, 3, 5, another 12, and 17 kills on one Marine. That's the one I was searching for, because I remember checking these the first time I recorded. 17 kills on one Marine. Now if we look at 17, 12, and 12, that's 41 from 3 Marines flat. So that's definitely worth it. Wow. I've never really seen a Marine have 17 kills in a normal game without killing Zerglings. That's a major thing. He did not kill any Zerglings. These were all real units, Marines and Zealots. So that's really an achievement right there. And now I decide that since I have almost all my economy back up, not really, but I'm getting my economy back on a track, good track, I decide to, you know, throw down more barracks and get a mass production going. And finally I start my 3-3 research. So I'm doing pretty good. I decided to actually push out this time or something like that just to scout out if they have expansions. So this is where I flare all around the map to tell Deathmarcher to go with his Hellions at least, so we could scout that out. I didn't actually go here, I just realized I should have gone there too. But either way, he scouts this out. No expansion, no expansion. So they only have 2 expansions here, that's what we know. Now if we look at our base, they're actually ahead of us. They have 4 bases running. We have 3 bases running, so I didn't realize that, but yeah, they were slightly ahead with economy right now. Either way, I have a huge tech advantage, and look at all those units. Wow, there are at least 50 there, so I'm just pulling back for a short second. I need some more units. I got more medevacs here, pumping out more as we speak, so I'm just giving myself a little bit more time just so I can be prepared, and I think I'm just trying to get fully saturated or something like that. More houses, yeah, pretty much just taking care of the game a little bit longer before I go in, because I don't want to lose any major units. I don't want to lose my entire army, at least. That's what I'm hoping to not lose, yeah. So I'm just, you know, doing the usual. I'm really just macroing now. I was gonna say booming, but I'm really just focusing slightly on my economy. My third is not really saturated, I know, but I think I'm gonna start pumping out SCVs any second now. And in the meantime, yep, there are the SCVs. In the meantime, lots of units were pumping out here. So this is when I tell them, yeah, let's go in. +2 attack on Hellbats and +2 attack and armor on my normal units. So this should deal a lot of damage, especially to guys with only +1/1. I thought they had 0 upgrades. I don't know where other Marines went, or they're back in. Look at this. They're all gonna run into the blue flame fire. All of them get assassinated in like 2 seconds flat. Wow, I was actually trying to count the time, but I failed. Barely 5 seconds and they all died. That was really good. So this is the point where I realized, yeah, we won the game. But how desperate were we? How low were we? How bad were we? How close were we to actually dying against these 2 guys who could barely play? So that was really an interesting game. It pretty much just ends there, but I want to kind of scroll back to the point where we almost died. I just want to point that out one more time because that was really something. So just waiting for them to GG or something like that. I don't think that they're going to GG from a game like this. You can't really GG from a game like this. I know it was a good game, but, you know, from their point of view, you can't GG something like that because they expect to win from their all-in. Let's see. So I think it's at 12 minutes or something. Wait. Yeah, this is it. This is it. So I basically, let me just see what I have. I have a lot of minerals and whatnot. I'm about to have 0 units, and I'm losing my buildings as we speak. There goes my refinery, another one. Supply depot's going down, and I'm pretty sure they kill off, yeah, like a barracks or tech lab. They're gonna kill off the entire barracks soon. And this one I just left, so it doesn't actually catch on fire. And yeah, basically everything dying. I'm slowly cleaning it up, but by that time, more units are already in the front of my base. So there goes another barracks down. At this point, I was like, there's no hope. But I can't give up because I do have some military left. So, you know, there's still some hope, but I just couldn't see it. I didn't see that we had that hope, right? But this is the moment of truth. If my army survives, then I know, yeah, this is possible. But we might still die. There's a huge chance that we might still die, but it's still possible. And because I held this off with no medevacs anymore, they all died. I'm losing my units because we barely survived here. This is the point where I'm like, if we can survive for 5 more minutes without dying, then it's worth it to stay in the game. Then we can, you know, win the game. I wasn't about to resign, but that was really close. So yeah, I think that's a good game. If you guys want to play with me, that'd be actually awesome. I'm on the North American server. My username is here, Balint, down here. My number should be 886, and you can just add me. Now I'm just saying that, yeah. On another topic, Age of Mythology. I know I've not been playing much, but I want to say something. When I started making videos, my goal was to get more people to play. And when I almost quit, you know, I'm like really inactive now. So by this time, I realized that more people were active on Voobly than before I started. So I think I actually did something. Like I think I actually made an effect, which I didn't realize until like now, pretty much. So that's really good. And you know, after a few months, I decided to actually play some Age of Mythology recently. Not a few months, I mean after 1 month, whatever my last game was. But I'm mostly in Starcraft 2. I'm not fully active in that either, this game either, because I'm offline quite a lot. But I do tend to come on this more than any other game as we speak. So I'm currently most active on this and whatnot. So I'll try to make more Starcraft 2 videos actually, if you guys don't mind. Now I don't know how I'm gonna bounce the videos out on this channel anymore, and I don't know what type of videos I'm gonna upload, but I'm hoping to upload Starcraft 2 without causing much hassle or struggle. I don't know. But yeah, this was a really good 2v2 with Death Merger. We barely survived. Really intense win, and they're pretty much up 40 workers right now against us. So if you've ever seen anyone else recover from 40 worker disadvantage, then you should tell me that I'm not the only one, because I feel like this game was really unique. Either way, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. Ah!